Good evening, Banjo Race stream. It's a me, and hopefully I pressed the start streaming button. Yes, I did. Welcome to another Banjo Race. I got another one coming later tonight, but for now we got Znernicus racing Candy Boots back from yesterday. Say hi, everyone. Znernicus, this is your first race in the tournament so far. How you feeling today about the tournament like going in so far? Yeah. Oh, hang on a sec. Apparently they are barely audible. Let me see here. Which is weird because I didn't change my... Oh! Hey, there we go. I forgot to turn
Yeah?
on my Discord thing, so they were only hearing through my mic. That's why they
Oh,
were even audible at all.
fantastic. Mhm.
Okay, say hi everyone. Let's start again.
Morning.
Hello.
All right, like
Happy 801.
yeah.
Happy 801.
All right, Znernicus, I repeat my question. Let's start over so they can actually hear what you have to
Sure.
say.
I'm feeling decent. I got a PB not long ago before, I was hoping to get a PB before the tournament matches started. So check that off the list. And my goal for the tournament is get a 43 before it's over.
Nice. Yeah, I think you got that PB like the day I closed submissions for like the
Yes.
tournament.
Actually, it was after you closed.
Yeah,
Um,
that's what I meant. Like,
yeah.
yeah. And then
I don't think it would have affected my group placement anyway.
no. It was gonna be a pretty good time, but then I think it was your Hag one. I can't remember. I
One's tough,
remember
man.
being in that stream. It was something. I don't remember. Either way, PB is a PB, right? Okay.
Yeah. How
Are we
about you,
all...
Candy?
I'm also feeling pretty good about this. I also happened to get a PB before this race. Like earlier today. I'm pretty happy with.
Very
Um,
nice.
Oh, you got a PB
yeah,
earlier today?
I did. Yes,
Oh,
I got
nice.
a 44-44.
Oh, wow. Let me go ahead and
Love the
update that
forest,
on
man.
my update that on my
Yeah,
stream. Very nice.
it was also my 44th attempt. It was pretty funny.
You got a
That's hilarious.
44-44 on your 44th attempt.
It was wild.
That's that's actually incredible. Like
Yeah.
for real. Oh,
If
what the
nothing
hell?
else, this tournament, I have accomplished that.
Man, I'm dropping the ball and everything. I don't even have Znernicus' stream cropped on the fucking layover. I looked up and I was like, man, what have I even been doing? All right, let's go ahead and quickly fix that. Okay, there we go. Okay, am I forgetting anything else before I start? The names are right, the PBs are right. There we go. Also the T-Gump tie. Oh, does T-Gump have a
Yes.
44-44 as well?
Yeah.
Alright, well, I think I've said my piece. If there's no last words, we can go ahead and get her started then, yeah?
Yeah, let's go.
Just excited for the battle of the DK runners.
Alright, if you're all good, then I'll count you down and we'll get her started. So, get ready in 3, 2, 1, go. Good luck.
Thank you.
Alright, and off they go in a sec. Oh, Znernicus has his microphone on. Alright, hopefully you guys can hear Candy Boots. He's sounds a little bit quiet for me, so I don't know how he's gonna show up on stream. But anyways, I feel like it is a tad quiet. Yeah, you're there. Let me just max it. Oh, that was my microphone. Let me, there. Yeah. It's funny because, like I said, I didn't change any of my settings from yesterday. So, yeah, I'm not really sure what's going on there. I get maybe Candy turned the audio down on his end. Oh, yeah, you're probably right.
Like red.
Oh, yeah, Znernicus has his microphone on, so we're gonna have to stick with Candy Boots anyway. So I've maxed the audio as much as I can. So one of these days I gotta get some sort of audio boost program or something like that. Maybe I can turn the audio to like past 100% or something. I don't know. Either way. Red Potion giving a guaranteed, you know, good push for Klungo. Yeah, maybe. Meanwhile, Candy Boots a little too far back to be able to get any push at all for Klungo, but at least the cutscene's gonna be over, and so he's gonna be out of the Klungo, you know, long before Znernicus. Yeah. Hey there, Mr. Pants. Yeah, so like they said, it's funny that they ended up in the same group to Donkey Kong 64 speedrunners. And I mean, I guess Falcon's in that group too, right? So... It's the old and new DK group. Oh, and Schlongster. Yeah, but Schlongster's not really a DK runner. Not that Falcon runs DK anymore anyway, but... You're Gen X. You're not Gen X. You're Gen Z. You spend too many hours of your life watching Schlongster learn/run 101. I don't think I've ever seen Schlongster play DK64. But it must have happened. It's kind of like when Hag learned it. I don't know. Maybe I just don't remember because I've like... I can't believe Candy Boots didn't end up talking to Bottle's kid there. That was so close. But I guess if you're not facing him, it's like, it doesn't really matter. I've kind of scrubbed Donkey Kong 64 from my brain. So, it's one of those, you know, maybe it's there, hidden deep in the recesses, but... Alright, here we are approaching Plateau. Plateau early. Oh, Znernicus a little bit too far gone. So second try for Znernicus, first try for Candy Boots. But of course, where all the beak bust parts of the run end up here, we got GGM early. Both of them failed to jump from the board up to the top of Plateau. Ooh, Candy Boots has a really awkward angle here. Yeah, it's gonna be bad. Meanwhile, Znernicus is going for the easier GGM early on the front side. Yeah, Candy Boots is moving way too much here. So Znernicus takes the lead. Hey, Harpy. It's never too late for a GL. The L hasn't even started yet. Well, except for Klungo 1, so I guess technically it has. Yeah. I personally don't like doing the front side. It's a lot easier, though, but... I prefer just doing the left side. It's not that bad. It's like what we talked about yesterday, losing like a second or two for a safer strat. If it means you don't have to do Klungo 2 or Klungo 1, you know, 25% to 30% more times. Just one race tonight. There is actually one more race later tonight, but it's not for another 3 hours. At 8 Pacific, there's who else is racing tonight? Schlongster and Candy Boots. So that's going to be at 8 o'clock Pacific. So, I mean, that's not so late, right? You just got to live those D-Gen hours, right? Because what's that for you? 12:30? Midnight? ATSR. Alright, here we go. Detonator levitation. Znernicus is missing a few of the detonator jumps. It's kind of awkward when that happens because you just kind of sit, like, on the ground and don't really do anything. Luckily, Znernicus gets second try detonator levitation, though, so we don't have to do an awkward death warp. We'll see if Candy Boots can save a little bit of time here over Znernicus. Technically second try, but it was a lot faster than Znernicus' second try. Hey, Pastel. So, still anyone's race. I mean, really, it's a race all the way to the very end, really. But, I mean, it's not really a race until after Prison Compound. Mayhem Temple, there's just so many opportunities for people to lose time. Despite, like, you know, how much of the level is just running up and down a hill. Well, I guess mostly down a hill and the rest of it spent flying in the air, but it's really easy to lose time in those flying sections. Looking forward to the shenanigans. I mean, I was telling them before the race started that so far the shenanigans have been aplenty. If you hypothetically and accidentally did a Bitclip during the race, what would happen? Sent to the gallows. More eel deaths? I'm sure there'll be lots of eel deaths. I mean, dodging the eels is like, it's not so bad. It's pretty easy to read how the eels move. But if they're just in bad positions... Oh no, Znernicus didn't get the regrab. Oh, it went for the nice bill drill. That's good. The cells in Witchy World or TDL. I mean, there's technically also a jail window in JRL. Like, if you go behind, like, you know, where you learn Wing Whack, you can see through, like, the barred windows, the little lagoon behind Mumbo's. I mean, Davy Jones's locker is more like death, right? People say y'all be sent to... Oh no! Znernicus! Okay, Znernicus gotta go through the boards. This is Candy Boots' chance to catch up a little bit. Alright, Znernicus does make it out. Does lose quite a bit of time compared to Candy Boots' Power Hut Basement. I probably said Generator Cavern. Znern probably could see the boards. He might have his TV turned up. The brightness turned up. Oh! And of course, right when Candy Boots starts to get... Oh, that is not working. Right as Candy Boots decides to, you know, alright, it's time to treat this race seriously, time to catch up, that is going to hit the wall too. Oh my god, that actually hit the switch. And now we got synced cutscenes, basically. Even when you're at max brightness, it's literally just black. That's weird. Yep. Candy's slightly ahead now. Yeah. Just turn up everything. Turn it to black and white. Hard mode. Alright, it's really interesting seeing a run like this be synced, because I have a feeling at this point they're going to be like slowly gaining and losing time on each other. I mean, obviously MT, there's a lot of stuff that they have to do that's more than just randomness. But the puzzles are definitely a big thing. So it's a really good puzzle for Candy Boots until he decided to miss that last one. But Znernicus with a not a super great puzzle. I didn't see what happened. I was too busy watching the beginning of Candy's puzzle. But an 86 is definitely not a good MT puzzle. Yeah, I'm not sure why they did. In Banjo-Tooie, a lot of kind of important text. I mean, I guess you could skip everything, well, most things if you wanted to. But I feel like important text shouldn't, you know, that you don't want to be skipped over. But I mean, that's just sort of like, hey, come over here. Yeah. In the end, I just rely on not, like, falling off the lamps. No matter how dark the TV is, you can always see the chains. So it's one of those, you're fine if you don't screw up, so don't screw up. Otherwise, you're just boned. Alright, Znernicus' stream is stuttering ever so slightly for me. Every time it happens, he ends up falling a little bit behind, so... Candy Boots is... Uh-oh. Wait, why did he land? Oh, does Candy Boots not know the backup? Ooh, that's rough. Yeah, Candy must not know the backup for this. Anyways, Znernicus takes the lead. Oh my god, Candy bonks again. 2 bonks. It's like every time. Every time the game just kicks him when he's down. I mean... Yeah. I mean, I guess some games can be really handholdy, but I think it's just good UI having, like, instruction. Or user experience kind of thing. Because, I mean, really, in Wooded Hollow, where is there to go other than Heggy and Mayhem or Jiggy Wiggy's temple, right? If you don't have any Jiggies. Znernicus, a little bit in the wrong direction there. I probably would have done a beak bomb there. Okay. Managed to make it without landing. There's another spot for Candy Boots to save a little bit of time. Man, it's just like so incredibly close. 15 to 30 FPS where? When you're like... When you're just beak bombing to like the kickball stadium? Oh, okay. Yeah, it can be like super duper laggy there. Those were pretty bad flies for Znernicus, so he handled those really well. Meanwhile, Candy Boots has really amazing fly positions here. All of them. Oh my god. Znernicus made a really good situation bad. A really bad situation good, and Candy Boots was just given really good flies. But like I said, this is where everything sort of comes together. We'll see what kind of prison codes they get, and then after... Oh. It's a good thing Znernicus didn't fall there. I think falling off the top of the prison compound roof is probably the worst mistake you can make here. Yeah, the game just finally saying sorry. Instead of, you know, just kind of rubbing salt in the wound like it usually does, right? And yeah. Yeah, I saw that, but I didn't mention it. Just kind of grip grabbing the ledge for an eternity. Alright, Znernicus. Wow, Znernicus gets second try code. Candy Boots gets first try code. We're back to a sync, everyone. Both of them having roughly the same Dilberta luck, too. And look at that, almost sync loading zones back into GGM. Now we got ourselves a real race. Okay. Yeah, there's that little movement that you do that is pretty much all the same. It kind of reminds me of when you leave GGM the first time and go to Fire Eggs, where you kind of roll flutter off the thing, jump, roll, and then jump to the ledge. Alright, Znernicus taking a little bit of a spill there. I think in that situation, if you notice what you're doing, like if you notice that you're flapping and you're going to take fall damage, best thing to do is to kind of slide off into the water so that way you can like flap and recover back on land kind of thing. Yeah. Take some emergency planning to be able to do that though. Alright, and I didn't see what happened, but Candy Boots must have missed the jump up to the rope. Yeah, if you fall into the river during that, then it just really sucks. Because you can't really jump out of it. You have to, like, beak bust out. Right, here's Candy Boots' time to gain ahead, doing another ultra-fast puzzle. 87 for Candy Boots, 85 for Znernicus. They're basically done the puzzles at the same time again. So, like I said, once you reach that one point in the game, both runners are going to be vying for that first place slot, you know, back and forth and back and forth. And after a big rant like that, I need a drink of water. The only downside to this category, having, you know, both runners kind of don't have sorry, let me start again. The only downside to runners kind of being synced up in this category is that watching two puzzle cutscenes at the same time is there's not a whole lot to talk about during the cutscenes. Yeah, I mean, it just depends on, like, how they do on the puzzles. I was about to say, it looks like Candy Boots has a little bit more of a handle on the puzzles than Znernicus does, but of course, I mean, it also depends on how the puzzle RNG goes. But I mean, Candy Boots has beaten Znernicus in the puzzles by 2 to 3 to 6 seconds. And yeah, that's true. Klungo 2 is also a big thing. It's okay, this time they'll be resetting. So we won't have to watch, like, the whole puzzle cutscene. Instead, we can, you know... Znernicus got a red potion, and Candy Boots got green potion at the beginning. I feel like if anyone's gonna do it, it's gonna be a higher seed. Or a lower... yeah. Kind of a lower seed. People trying to optimize their play against someone closer to their level kind of thing. And they end up towing the line a little too close. That doesn't count, Dango. Falcon's talking about resetting where you're supposed to, but you reset too early. And so when you get to the level, it's closed. I think that's happened to everyone at the JRL puzzle. Or people that, you know, like they forget that section of the game, like they reset after Witchy World. And then, you know, instead of resetting and then going to Jiggy Wiggy afterwards, they go straight to Plateau. And then you go to JRL and you're like, oh, the door's shut. And just like that, Znernicus takes the lead again. Man, this race is so close. If nothing happens in JRL, this race could come down to Hag 1. Alright, we're seeing Split Up first versus Dive of Death first. Well, you wouldn't be able to do Obelisk. You would have to run back to the warp. Because how would you get back? You'd have to run all the way through Clifftop again. If you knew the door was shut, when you were in Clifftop, then you could hit it first and then warp to Jiggy Wiggies with the obelisk, but I feel like most people wouldn't realize until they got there. Unless they were, you know, splitting on Enter JRL, and they looked at their splits and were like, huh. Or I guess it probably wouldn't happen so much this tournament, because everyone splits on Open JRL. And so you could just look at your splits after Witchy World and kind of know what you have to do. It's just the power of naming your splits to remind yourself of the route. Oh, Znernicus turned the wrong way. That loses a lot of time. That might hit the... yeah. That hit the side. Oh, Candy Boots did the same thing, but didn't fire a backup grenade. And yeah. But I mean, like, significant parts of your route, right? I mean, of course, everyone likes coming up with silly names for their splits sometimes, too. I like some of my splits to have their own silly names. But most of mine are just inside jokes with, like, when I first started streaming Banjo. It personalizes them, but you still know what you have to do, right? I don't think anyone can forget what Mad Taz's splits were like. Split 1, Split 2. When I first started running this game, there was a runner named Demoli. And, Demoli ran for a long time. But back then, when any percent was, you know, any percent, before it turned into no DCW, no Bitclip, Demoli ran that category with loading zone splits, where he would split on every loading zone. And of course, some of the splits in that run were like a second long. Because it's just, you know, going from one loading zone to the next. Of course, the classic is, you know, when you're in Terry's nest and you, like, drop down into the center of the nest, grab the Jiggy, and jump out. I always considered making a loading zone splits you know, split file for 100%. But that's just too many splits. It's way too many splits. So anyway, that's the legendary loading zone percent. And the really funny thing is, the part that made it so much funnier was that he was... Oh my god, no, Znernicus, no! Oh, that is a terrible time loss. Candy Boots. Candy Boots takes the lead yet again. Oh, and Znernicus even stood there for a second, too. Not again? He did that again? Oh no. I mean, it's really easy to do that when you're like whipping around the camera with Kazooie, right? Oh, Candy Boots got meme signed. Yeah, this sign. Znernicus is about to get... Oh, I thought Znernicus was going to get meme signed too. Unless he already accidentally talked to a sign. Anyway, what I was about to say was the thing that made this loading zone percent even worse was that one day he was just screwing around doing a loading zone percent run for the category, and he ended up PBing with it. That was kind of hilarious. Yeah, as long as you're on the ground within the sign range, you can interact with the sign. Ooh, Candy Boots getting hit by the octopus. Oh, getting smacked away again. Might get smacked a third time too. Oh, that's rough. Candy Boots has to fast swim for an air refill. Well, at least he's doing proper fast swimming. Sort of. He'll make it. He'll make it for air though, but this is a big time loss for him. Alright, meanwhile Znernicus already in electric eel lair. Surely nothing can stop him now. I gotta say, ever since seeing people doing this fast swimming, the most dissatisfying thing in the world is see people get it like 2 or 3 times and then not getting it. It just... Dude. Dude, that's 3 bonks. This is not looking... This is not looking good. Yeah, actual insult to injury. Like, I'm sure Candy's mauling a little bit on the inside right now. Like... Because, I mean, it just really sucks when you're, like, in that tournament situation and all of a sudden it's like, come on, Jam Jars, come on, Jam Jars. What are you doing? And on top of that, he might also have a, you know, get red potion. I mean, there's also the chance Znernicus could get blue potion here and then just get, like, ultra, like, bodyguarded by the clone. And I think at this point it's something that Candy Boots has to rely on. Because this is pretty late in the game to have this big of a lead. Oh, Znernicus does get a green potion, so provided Znernicus gets a clean egg hit on Klungo, this could be another kind of leap forward in the lead kind of thing. That is a very, very laggy camera. That is very far away. I don't know if those eggs will reach. Oh my god, they reached. Those eggs can go a lot further than I thought. Alright, Candy Boots with the blue potion. Making extra sure that the clone is split away as to not hit the wrong Klungo. Alright, Znernicus with the correct number of notes. I thought Candy was going to go for a quick rat-a-tat wrap there, but it was just kind of a jump out of the way. Alright, Znernicus finally out of his file, ready to go learn... or watched the Hag 1 cutscene, and we kind of got auto synced fade outs. Of course, to the wrong thing. So we're right down to the wire. Znernicus with a pretty solid, like, 45-second lead-ish, maybe. I'm not sure where Znernicus splits. He's got a split that says warp, but I don't know if it's file entry or what. So I guess we'll find out as they like kind of go into the Hag 1 fight. And yet again, I'm just imagining for this race, it's like days without incident, you know, like a work board that has like, you know, days since the last big accident. We're just clearing it off and like resetting the count back to 0. At least that sets up for the next race later tonight. Maybe that'll be the good clean race where there's no upsets. Not upsets, but like, you know, upsets in gameplay, I guess. Alright, and I guess here we also get to see Znernicus' Hag 1 style. Everyone's kind of got their own way of, like, fighting Hag 1. I think lag reduction and kind of farming certain eggs are kind of, you know, the everyone style, but then everything else kind of, like, goes in the middle. People like aiming a certain way, standing a certain distance away, all that sort of stuff. I know that I need to do some Hag 1 practice before I start my races for the tournament as well. It's definitely difficult to control your movement as well. Alright, so that was like 3908 enter for Candy Boots, and so Znernicus split there at 3822, so that's like 47 seconds. So, like I said, around 45-ish. However, 45 seconds in the Hag 1 fight is a long time, so... Oh, Znernicus a little too low there. Had the perfect height for the fire egg, but then like lowered the aim ever so slightly and ended up missing. Either way, hitting the fire egg is kind of important for the grenade strats. Because, I mean, yeah, it only deals 2 damage, but it means you only need to hit 3 grenade eggs instead of 4. And the grenade explosions be laggy. Alright, let's have a look at Candy Boots. Candy Boots just shooting fire eggs. So we got grenade quick shot versus just straight up fire egg going down. Znernicus doing a lot of missing there. Oh man, this is bad for Znernicus. Znernicus needs to have like a perfect aim phase on his second half of the Mordor phase, because excuse me for the yawn. Znernicus only has 3 grenade eggs left. And if he has to run out of eggs, or if he runs out of eggs, then that's gonna be bad. Or he might take the road and just kind of switch, just do fire eggs, and that's it. Okay, Znernicus is choosing to just do fire eggs. I really like that. Definitely playing it safe. Double bombs away. Alright, so Znernicus has to get quite a few grenade eggs during... Well, I guess he doesn't really have to. You only have to get like 2 grenade egg nests during the first little bit, and then you can just collect more later on. It's not like you need a lot of grenade eggs for the rest of the fight, even. Znernicus shooting a little bit over the shoulder. Grunty doing that, you know, shonen anime trope of like just twitching her head to the side. Meanwhile, the bomb just goes sailing right over her shoulder. I'm not sure why Candy Boots waited for fire eggs there over like grenades or blue eggs even. Like, oh, well, I guess because Candy Boots only shoots Grunty with fire eggs. Duh. I'm not sure where Znernicus got these gold feathers from, but... I guess it must have been from going up the tent in Witchy World. Just some extra featherage to keep the lag strats down. Alright, good egg strat. So we got the beginning of the second battery phase going on for Znernicus, and the beginning of the second battery phase going on for Candy Boots. And despite Jamjars doing his best to sabotage Candy's gameplay, it looks like the bonks didn't really matter in the end. Losing one of these races because of bonks is really frustrating. Yeah, you can't shoot your egg direct. Well, I guess you can, but it's kind of hard. Alright, time coming up for Znernicus. We got just 2 more phases to go. Toxic Ghast, and then the single immortal phase, I guess. And time 44:57. Let's go ahead and pull him in. GG's, Znernicus.
Oh, thanks. God, I had some nerves this run.
Yeah, those nerves would have been quelled away, I'm sure, if you were watching Candy's side.
I was,
yeah, you guys were synced for quite a
quelled
while.
after JRL, and then I figured I had a pretty safe lead. But up until JRL, I was like, God, everything is going wrong. I mean, not everything, like, thankfully it was like just a lot of little things going poorly. Nothing like hugely wrong happened to me.
Yeah.
But I definitely had like first tournament match nerves.
GG's Candy
And
Boots.
GG Candy.
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't know if you were watching the restream, but we were very close for most of it.
Oh, were we really?
Yeah,
We were really...
you guys were pretty synced-ish going into JRL.
And very back and forth up until there. I kept losing time to you on puzzles.
Yeah,
To the point where like you would regain the lead during a puzzle.
I mean, it wasn't that your puzzles were bad, except your MT puzzle.
My MT puzzle was so bad.
Candy Boots just had really good puzzles like this entire run. Like all your puzzles were really good, Candy.
Yeah.
But Candy got 3
Man.
bonks too. Like
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
3 bonks.
I did get...
is pretty rough.
I saw you got first try code, but I guess 3 bonks more than outweighs that.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, like you said, both of you guys were kind of trading mistakes. Like at first, it was like, okay, well, Znernicus, you had a way better GGM early than Candy.
Yeah, that one went well.
And then,
but then I had like,
and then you fell in power hut basement, and Candy didn't.
No.
So then you guys were basically synced leaving, and then it happened. Like Candy, you failed the Jade Snake Grove early. And
no, but before that, I failed Fire Switch. That was so bad.
Yeah, you failed Fire Switch, and then you also had you had a really weird beak bomb from the Jinjo on Stadium roof.
I wasn't holding full left, and I still tried to beak bomb as early as like as if I were holding full left. I don't know why I made that mistake. Like crossed wires in my brain because I used to like take that beak bomb slow and safe, and I've been recently trying to do it at full speed, and I somehow like turned slow but pressed B as early as I would if I was turning full speed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, I hate that flight section. I practice it a lot and I'm still terrible at it.
Yeah. And then even in Witchy World, it was like, I mean, you guys were basically like solid all the way through Witchy World, except it was just funny because Candy went to split up first and you went to Dive of Death first, and then it was like...
Dive of Death first is faster, pretty sure.
Yeah, I don't know. Hag was the only one I saw doing Dive of Death, but if you do split up first and then go to Dive of Death, you have like a cleaner line onto the rope. So
oh, true.
It's just one of those things. And
yeah,
that's the only reason why I was doing it.
Yeah,
that makes sense. I was trying to copy Falcon's strat for the rope, but I don't get it to work consistently. Like a lot of the times the camera's close but not quite aligned.
I use my own setup where I like run a little bit further down from the rope while holding the C button, and it usually aligns me directly with the rope so I can like run up. It loses a little bit of time over just tapping the C button as you jump to the peg, but I've just always done it, so it's like one of those things.
It's one of those things I could investigate and try to get more consistent camera angles. Definitely not something that I know very well. But yeah, this was a fun race. I just had a ton of nerves, especially in the first half. Like, all the little mistakes in GGM and MT, I was like, man, I'm like not playing the way that I want to play, but thankfully
like
nothing terrible happened.
Like, I can pick up a controller and do a run for anything, but the moment I'm in a tournament setting, it's like I don't know how to play the game anymore. Like
that's how I felt, man. Especially with the puzzles too. I mean, the puzzles are always
last
bad.
Round, it's like it's just so terrible.
I finally calmed down by the time I got past the octopus, and then I just really focused on. The other thing was the fast swimming. I like completely missed the beats of it right at the start.
I did too.
That was like I kept going early, and I was just like stalling in the water. Like I really hope I can do the second half of the swim fast so that I don't die. And thankfully, I like once I got to the octo, I kind of locked in and kept it at a good pace for the rest of the way. So I was good in the end. But
yeah,
I didn't watch everything that happened to you, Candy. But oh wait, one more thing. What the hell is wrong with the plateau split up pads? This is the second time that Kazooie just walked over her Switch and rejoined Banjo.
Yeah, well, it's funny because it looked like you knew it was happening, like you missed the Switch, and then you kind of stopped for a second,
I did.
And
like
then you just ran into Banjo, and I was like, it's like a magnetic force.
It was like it was like turning around to go back onto Kazooie's Switch, and she like turned and it snapped to Banjo. It was so stupid.
Yeah.
Speaking of turning around, LOL at my Witchy World shot in Space Zone.
Oh yeah, you had to do the slow pan over.
I got like a control
Oh.
stick reverse flick when I was stopping at the top, so I ended up
Yeah,
facing
yeah.
the Dodgem Dome and did like a long pan around in first person.
It was funny because both of you fired your first grenade shot and it like hit the lower ledge, but then you Znernicus fired the backup shot and Candy didn't, so Candy had to wait for the grenade to go all the way over again. It was kind of the grenade shot looked like it was going to be good. Like I thought it was going to be good, but then all of a sudden I just saw it blow up and I was like, "Oh,
Oh, no, I could tell mine was bad right away.
yeah, so could we." It was just funny laughing at the slow turnaround, because at that point it's like there's no reason to like unsee up and turn around. It's probably faster, but I don't think anyone would do that anyway.
Yeah. But yeah, how did it go for you, Candy?
There were so many like crazy parts and so many awful parts. It was so funny. I improved my sum of best by 8 seconds, and I still was like
That's sick.
GGM early. Yeah, but GGM early was awful. I failed Jade
Yeah,
Snake
you
Grove
had a-
early,
You had a really
like
rough
GDO
GGM
said.
early. Yeah, do you not know
Yeah,
the
oh my
backup?
God.
Do you not know the backup for GGM early? If you fail it?
I guess not. What do you
Okay.
mean by backed up?
Well, you ran back to the flight pad instead of just doing another feather flap on the door kind of thing.
Oh,
Oh.
okay,
Yeah,
Yeah, you
not for
could,
GGM
like-
early, for JSG early. Sorry.
right.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's
did we say the wrong thing?
yeah, there's a backup for JSG early that's good to know on like how to get in position to like try it again, just so you don't have to go all the way back to the flight pad.
Yeah, that would probably be pretty helpful to learn.
Yeah, for sure. There's like
Yeah.
a quick backup where you use like 2 feathers right away, but it's not so easy. And then the safer backup is like you just ride along the line on the wall until you get back to the position that you would do the regular one
Yeah.
flap and go in.
Yeah,
Mhm.
the 2 feather backup is kind of difficult, IMO, but it is way
It is.
faster.
I don't know. I go for it like once just to see if I can get a quick backup, but if I don't get it, then I'll take my time and do the slow backup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I had my best flies ever, probably. Not my best
I did
overall
too.
split.
Okay,
because my beat combo was
so
bad.
what I said at this point in the race was, Znernicus, you had really terrible fly locations, but you shot them really fast. I was like, these flies for Znernicus suck, but you did it like faster than probably I ever would have. Candy Boots had
Just funny because I'm usually terrible at the flies.
Candy Boots had excellent flies too in his run. They were all 4 of them were like grouped right over Banjo's head. So
Ooh, nice.
Mhm.
yeah.
So what was your final time then? Like a low 45?
45, 44.
Oh, okay. I was a little further ahead than I thought, I guess.
Yeah, you guys had
I guess-
pretty similar Klungo one or Hag ones. After your split difference upon entering the fuel depot was 47 seconds.
Okay.
Okay.
Which is, yeah, it's been
So-
at the same Hag 1 time then for each of us. I just
Yeah,
got
so-
barely under 45.
Yeah,
Mhm.
the big thing that set you ahead was Candy Boots having to refill air in Seaweed Sanctum.
Yeah.
Like that.
Oh, that's a
and
bummer.
plus you had a green potion Klungo 2 and Candy had green potion Klungo 1, so Candy
Oh,
got
so that just balances out.
well, Candy got a blue potion Klungo 2, and it wasn't like super optimal Klungo 2 because Candy, you like pecked him from the middle instead of shooting the egg, so he had to run quite a way. So that was
I
mean,
nearly choked that Klungo 2 also.
compared to a green potion Klungo 2, it was a pretty big time loss to you.
Right.
I guess so.
That's just the
I
downside.
nearly missed him because I went for the
I know.
strat I recently
thought you
learned,
were
and
gonna
I
miss.
got hit out of the pooping part of it, and then like only one of the forward eggs came out of the 3, and it just landed on him perfectly.
Yeah.
But I was
I
like, oh
didn't
no.
actually know that you could shoot the eggs from that far back and still have them hit Klungo. So I don't know if he ran towards you or if you just
Oh, I
can
may have
shoot
gotten
him from
lucky.
when the camera pans down. But either way,
That's
it
what Falcon told
worked.
me to
So
do. He said go back to where the camera pans down, like right where it starts to pan down, so you reduce lag, and that's
yeah,
also like a distance you can still shoot him from.
okay,
But I didn't go quite far back enough because it was still pretty laggy.
yeah, yeah. When you go
But
down,
whatever,
it's
I'll take it.
yeah, yeah. We take those. We take those.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, thanks.
that's it for me for right now. Unless you guys got any other things to say.
I'm very happy that it sounded like it was a very close race for most of it.
Yeah.
I was hoping that it would be a fun
I
showing.
was nervous, man, the whole time
Yeah,
until after JRL.
you guys should go back and watch the bot of your race because, like I said, it was first one was ahead, then the other, then the other, then the other, and it was pretty much like that all the way up until JRL. So
So
Yeah.
I have one
it's
question
these new
about what
races.
happened at the Octo. Did
Yeah,
you get hit more than once?
yeah, you got hit twice.
I did. Yeah.
I see. Okay. Because I think if you get hit only once, you can still make it without resurfacing using the fast swimming.
Yes,
But if you get hit
absolutely.
multiple times, then you probably have to resurface.
If you get hit 2 times with perfect fast swimming, you can probably still make it, but it would be like you would have to have really, really good fast swimming.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just could not find the rhythm on this run, man. It was nowhere to be found.
I had to like heavily adjust it after the first 10 seconds. Like at the right at the beginning, I was definitely going too fast.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, it's when you're listening for fast swimming, it's I say
You have
it's
to,
such
like,
a
preemptively press
buzzkill
B a
because
little bit.
you can hear the pumps being faster while it's happening, but when you don't, it's such a buzzkill because you're like, "Oh, that's oh."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the swimming just goes like silent for 3 seconds straight, and you're like going
Yeah,
nowhere.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, you hang your head in shame.
Yeah. All right, well,
But yeah, that was fun.
I think that's it
And you're
for
doing another
us for
one tonight,
now.
right, Candy?
Yeah,
I am against
Candy's
Monster.
racing
Good
Schlongster
luck.
in 2 hours
I
from
hope it
now,
goes
and
better than this one.
apparently Flame Forged is hosting that one. So I hope Flame is good to host that one because he was supposed to be hosting this one too, but then he had to bail because his fiance was busy, and so yeah. Hopefully he'll be around for the other one. If not, I can cover. No big deal. But yeah, more Banjo Race later. 2 hours from now, but I'm gonna cut stream. So.
Hmm.
All right. Any last words before we turn her off?
No, GG. Thanks for a good race, and you had me sweating.
Yeah, big GG's, man. It was
All right.
fun.
GG.
GG's. See y'all later.